Hello, everyone. So, Goosebumps already just revealed. Well, I forgot who I supposed to say revealed it. But, anyways, it's revealed that there will be a Goosebumps sequel, and it's dealing with Horrorland. Now, here is how we do this. Here is how we do this. For anyone who's listening, it's like, please tell me you already had this thought in mind and not just me coming up with it. And you're like, oh, good deal, good idea, good. It's like, please just tell me you had this idea. This idea is very simple. The reason why Invisible Boy wasn't sucked up into the book is because he had a bunch of other books and, well, Slappy had a contingency plan. And the contingency plan is very simple. You had Invisible Boy going somewhere far away. And since he went far away, which did the haunted car go in the book? Because I think the haunted car might have went in the book, but just in case, let's say if it didn't. If it didn't make sense of how he can drive like miles away. But of course, he's able to freaking do whatever he wants because he's able to hide and be a ghost and be invisible. But anyways, the idea is this, is that he took a bunch of books, bunch of other monster books, bunch of Goosebumps books, took them somewhere far out of town or somewhere near and opened them up. And of course, one of the books is, of course, Horrorland. So he set up Horrorland, he set up all the monsters and everything, and heck, maybe just for the fun of it, there's items in Goosebumps books. So maybe there's like items that someone's gearing up for, so the items can actually do damage to people. Cuckoo Clock of Doom, for instance. And of course, I have a video on that, but I have no idea if, I don't know. I think maybe he released it, but on the other hand, it's like, but if it's evil, then chances are it does have a horrible thing that it can do. And I would think it's irresponsible for R.L. Stine to have a monster / an object that's evil to be in the hands of just out in the open, ready to take someone down. But of course, I guess technically when it comes to the Cuckoo Clock of Doom, the only way how it's actually evil is if you touch it or you do something to it. But either way, that means that it could be accident. Accidents can happen and then you screwed the freak over. Anyways. So, like for instance, the Say Cheese and Die camera wasn't in the movie, right? So that can be in Horrorland, and that's one of the tools that they're going to use. So it's kind of like an equipped up movie. That this movie, this time, it deals with items, deals with some more monsters, and, well, Horrorland is Horrorland. I mean, frick. I wonder if they're going to base, like, all Horrorland on the Horrorland books. But sadly, they already use many Horrorland monsters. So that means that you're going to have to just scoop them up. And plus, it's like kind of weird if they bring another Slappy because there's another book. It's like, well, Slappy had so many books. It's like, there's supposed to be like duplicates of Slappy then? It's like, yeah, that's one thing that still has not been answered. It's like if there's 4 plus Night of the Living Dummy books. So one got destroyed. Doesn't that mean that there's others, mean that Slappy can easily come back? That is my question. Is like, yeah, that will not be answered yet. And the other question is that that's not all the Goosebumps monsters that's in there. Technically, the tally is 37 monsters within the book, maybe even more in the movie. So 37 monsters, and chances are he has like bunches of Goosebumps books, meaning that there's even more monsters that we haven't seen, but they exist. And it's like, well, then since they're not out, then that means that they're somewhere. And it's like, then why the frick didn't R.L. Stine start counting on monsters that he has? Like, why don't we have a freaking damn list of monsters? And he's like, uh-oh, Monster Blood's missing. And then it's like, oh, frick, where is it? And then that's when it's like, oh my gosh, there's more monsters out there. Of course, that was set up for a sequel, of course. But at least R.L. Stine doesn't seem like a stupid idiot. And in this one, it's like, he seems like a stupid idiot considering that all those manuscripts are there, but I bet there's going to be even more out there. If there's even more out there, then that means that chances are, that's like another loophole of Goosebumps where I'm like, not all monsters was out there. If not all monsters was out there, then where are the other books? Then that means that Slappy, chances are, might have went for the other books. Of course, if the books are hidden, then that means that Invisible Boy might have some idea of where they are. And then guess what? He releases the other monsters in the other books that you secretly hid. But I'm shocked as frick that you didn't just say, oh man, I hid some books, I gotta hide them. Other hand, maybe that's what you're doing before the Abominable Snowman, but on the other hand, I don't think so. There was no time at all where R.L. Stine actually said, I gotta do something, be right back. And then it's like hiding more books or checking to see if the other books are okay. So yeah, that's the real thing, but I'm just saying, if the Invisible Boy, which is a good point, it's like, if the Invisible Boy, the reason why he didn't get absorbed in a book is because he was like far away setting up Horrorland, and that's one thing that he didn't know is that, yeah, I mean, you had Slappy have that contingency plan A, I'm going to call it contingency plan A, where you had the blob that ate everything that was going to kill R.L. Stine. Then you have like option B or contingency plan B, where it's like, oh, well, since we failed, I might as well have a second one. So when times happen, when it happens, he'll notice that, oh, frick, there's another one. And then it's like, yep, plan B, bastard. Bring it on, R.L. Stine. I knew you were going to try to defeat us. And that's why, just in case you did defeat us, I made sure that my second lieutenant, aka Invisible Boy, had some ideas of what the frick to do. Of course, the crazy part would be the fact of, why couldn't the Invisible Boy bring many other people who are invisible, who are monsters, use the Let's Get Invisible mirror, and use it to make them invisible, and then they bring them along, and then there we go. We got lots of crap that's going to go down. And notice the fact of the Haunted Mask 1 and 2. There's a third one, but I don't even know what that mask looks like. There's still more Haunted Masks, meaning that the Haunted Mask could actually decide to take a hold of one human individual. So it's like even more stuff that's going to be like, oh, dude, if they freaking do this, instead of Horrorland being like, oh, it's Horrorland, a real life Horrorland, we need to find a book to put them back into it. Or, oh, it's all about the Horrorland and the Horrorland series. Yay. It's like, what you could do is simple, is that make it another ambush. Make it contingency plan for just in case R.L. Stine defeats them. And then it's like months later, it's like, holy frick, there's some books missing. And it's like, oh, what? It's like, yeah, I had some extra books that I hid and I can't find them now. And there we go. There's movie 2 right there. So just in case you guys are listening, well, there you go. For anyone who's thinking, how the frick are we going to do this? There you go. You guys set it up already. You just had to figure it out. Anyways, thank you for watching, and tell me what you guys think about this development of what if Invisible Boy was involved in making Horrorland. Thank you for watching.
Viewer beware, you're in for a scare.